Hello and welcome to session 4. This is session 4. This is redeveloping Port of Spain from Barataria to all the way to Sealots. So I don't know if everybody can see this photo properly. Have a quick look at it. And this is the landfill. This is the landfill area here, where all the rubbish in Port of Spain goes here. And this is the Port of Spain ferry terminal here, and this is Sealots here. So I'm gonna get that bigger for you. Right. So this is Port of Spain here. Right. The ferry terminal, sorry, and this is, I think this is MP here. This is here is the landfill. Now this is dead land, and this land can be reused by the government, right? So the government may need to do some work in it, but it can be reused, it can be redeveloped, and it can be look like this. I'll show you. This is how it's supposed to look. We need to remove the landfill and take it to Point Lisas, and everything will be recycled. Every single thing has to be recycled, right? And then we start session 1. Sorry, it's not session 1. Step 1, rebuilding and making we actually, what we are doing is we are leasing these buildings. We are building these buildings, and we are leasing it to a lot of different companies. And you might want to know who the hell will want to invest in Trinidad and Tobago. Wait until these buildings start going up, and then you'll know who want to invest in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? This is how it's supposed to look when it's finished, all the way from Barataria to Sealots, with a waterway cutting inside, coming right up to the buildings and a yacht club. Okay, these buildings here on this side will be more or less living quarters. These buildings here will be all financial institutions for government, for business, for banks, for different type of companies. All investors, all will be owned by investors, because we are not selling the land, right? And if the government has enough money, they can build the buildings itself and they can lease everything. We are in the business of renting, and there's a lot of companies who want places in the Caribbean like this and will pretty much invest in this, right? Who will invest in it? In a session I will tell you who will invest in it. But this is what it should be like, and this is what it should be looking like, not what it's looking like now. Not this. Not this. This is not what we want it to be. Now, if we want to really develop Trinidad, this is what we have to focus on. And if we focus on this, if we focus on this properly, right? And if we focus on it with great details, we can get this done, right? We need to, this is a 15-20 years plan, right? And we can't allow different government to come in and stop our 20 years and 15 years plan, right? So we have to form a trust where different people are members of this trust, and the government cannot stop this project. They definitely cannot stop this project. Otherwise, if these projects stop, then we are doomed, because all these things can bring a lot of money to our country and a lot of investment to our country. This is not just me building some buildings on top Port of Spain or on the Beetham or on the landfill. This is about development. It's about work. It will create a lot of work, and it will create a lot of investment in the country. You have to build things to attract investors. You can't build things to not attract people. You have to build things to attract people. So this is session 4, changing Sealots, changing the Beetham, changing our landfill to recycle, making it a better place to live in. Thank you. Hello and good day, and welcome to the continuation of session 4. So, session 4, I spoke about moving the landfill and bringing investors and investing, making from Barataria to Sea Lots, making a whole big financial institution. This is what it will look like, right? Now I'm continuing on this session now, and I'm going to go to Caroni, right? So we are going to move on to Caroni, right? So I will show you, this is Caroni here, and the river is running here, and this is the small terminal that they have, which they are using now. But I have reshaped this area. And what I have done in this area is I have built warehouse in this area. Now these not just warehouse. These are certain warehouse. Also I have moved NP and I have bring NP here. Remember NP was in Sea Lots, NP is now here. Right? So now NP has come here together with the small terminal that they are using for the airport. So I have moved NP from Port of Spain. Alright, and here I have utilized this dead piece of land for building warehouse. Building warehouse. Who will rent these? I'll tell you who will rent these. We are in the business of renting warehouse. So I'll tell you who will rent these. Alright. So yes. So this is, and you can see here, this is Sea Lots. This is going from Caroni here. This is the Caroni River here. And this is a road joining from here, going all the way to this area, where all these new buildings is going to build, where the landfill was, remember? Right. That is what it's going to look like. Okay, this is Caroni River open up. I've opened Caroni River wider. I've widened Caroni River. I've widened it so wide that small barge can come in. Small barge can come in. And I have run a road from Caroni all the way over to these buildings. Remember the buildings in Sea Lots? The buildings in Sea Lots that I built? These buildings? Yeah? Stick with me. You see? Right? So the warehouse is here. This is the Caroni River, open wider. Yeah? And this is the road to go to Sea Lots from this way. Right? And you might ask yourself, how and where we get the money to build all this? Right? And who is going to give money, and where the money is going to come to build this? Once the country start developing, you have the power to borrow. Once you have the power to borrow, you have to show the people who are lending what you are borrowing to do. When you show the people who are borrowing what you're doing with the money, and they have seen what they're doing with the money, then your lending power become greater, because you are developing your country into a first world country, not a third world country anymore. When these buildings goes up, we are a first world country. When we develop our Petrotrin and Point Lisas and Point Fortin, we are no longer a third world country. So this is the development for Caroni, all the way from Caroni stretching straight to Port of Spain. Straight to Port of Spain, right? This is what it's going to be looking like. So you're actually moving the landfill, and this road connect from the highway going all the way here. So it's a 20 years, 25 years, maybe 30 years development. Lots of work, lots of things to do. Anybody who look at these projects will be, it's interested. It's very interesting if we can get these things done, and we can move our country to the next level. Because we need to develop our country. We have dead land. This is dead land. This is dead land going into Caroni there. This is dead land. Why this land is dead? Because the government has it like this. It can be developed. The government has to develop it, right? Similarly, the sea lots can be developed. This is what you need to develop it into. Okay? So this is my plans. This is a few plans that I have for Trinidad and Tobago. This is session 5 or session 4. I can't remember how much session now. But anyway, it's a session where we develop Caroni and we develop Port of Spain. My next session, I'm going to look at Tobago because I have a big development for Tobago. So I'll be looking at Tobago in my next session. So stay tuned for more from me. And that's it for me for now. And later on, I will come back with more other developments. Thank you and bye.